For hundreds of years, diasporic Africans have transformed the hardships of life into forms of artistic expression that move the world. One of the art forms that embodies the joy, sweat, and tears of our history is tap dance. Yet, if you ask folks today, many will point to soul, R&B, or hip-hop as the epitome of Black music and dance culture. At Dance Immersion, we certainly recognize and honor these rich art forms. At the same time, we acknowledge the need to build toward cultural reconnection, reclamation of the historic roots of our dance forms, and expanded artistic development for African diasporic youth and adults in Canada. In the name of all of that, we launched something special. The Legacy Series takes participants on a journey through the past, present, and future of African diasporic dance forms through celebratory educational events. This first iteration, Legacy Series Tap Dance, was held at the University of Toronto's Hart House and connected the local Black community to tap dance and its historical significance to Black culture. Led by artistic directors Lisa Touche and Travis Knights, attendees received a practical, theoretical, and metaphysical introduction to the original American street dance, tap.
Currently, myself, Lisa Touche, and maybe 2 or 3 others are the only Black tap dancers in Canada. Big problem. If tap dance is an African-American art form, where are the Black folk? If jazz is an African-American music, where are the Black folk? This programming is important to me because it directly addresses that.
Attendees were challenged by learning the intricate and groove-based physicality of tap, as well as the distinction between the Black cultural expression of the dance and the many appropriated forms that became popular at different periods in Turtle Island's history.
And tap dancers who are tap dancers today, you know what I mean, tap dancers who are tap dancers today, all have very personal relationships with a mentor or a bunch of mentors. And so to see that process, just like that germ of that process happening in that room during this symposium, literally is everything to me because it changes lives. It changes lives. Talented, wonderful, generous, magical Brinae Ali. I'm in her class, and she's teaching the kids spirituals. She instructed them to dance on the breaks. They were shy. The kids are like, what, huh? But the adults in the room knew the spirituals and were down.
I got a question. Can you repeat everything I missed? Okay.
The intergenerational nature of our programming, what's so important about it is the kids see that the elders are aware of something, and then they understand that they have so much to learn, and it changes the culture in the room. So it's not just Brinae Ali teaching spirituals to the kids. The lesson is being reinforced by the elders in the room. And it changes things. It's important. It's fundamental.
The reason that I'm up here at all, Lisa, is because of a master tap dancer named Gregory Hines. So I want to welcome Gregory Hines into the room.
Gregory Hines is the reason I started tap dancing. Gregory Hines is the reason I started working as a tap dancer. Having his floor at the event meant everything. We were allowed to use the floor because of the generosity of George Randolph and the George Randolph Academy.
Our esteemed guests who served as instructors and performers offered symposium participants the opportunity to collaborate with live music in the classroom.
We're doing all these virtual concerts at home where I play by myself in front of my computer screen and videotape it for some virtual concert. But without that energy back from the crowd, that's what's missing. The energy that an audience gives to the band and vice versa. It's a circle.
Their work together culminated in a jam session and a social ball.
So, I'd like to say that we have a great show for you today, but that's not what this is. This is transmission. This is culture. This is a celebration of jazz. Jazz is everywhere. Jazz is you. Jazz is me. Jazz is harmony. Jazz is an idea that says that we can be different together and swing, and swing, and.
Black comes back. Black attracts black. Black goes with everything slow. Yeah.
If we are not participating in Black cultural outputs, then what does that do to us? What does that do to our spirits? What does that do to us if young kids walk into a jazz space and don't recognize themselves? This programming, in the long term, will improve the entire community. Because if enough young, bright, Black people begin to tap dance, it'll affect and effectively change the culture of what is considered tap dance now. Conversations are continuing, and more ideas are growing from those conversations. So we see what happened, and we see what could happen, and then we build from there.
Dance Immersion's legacy series Tap Dance Symposium broadened the understanding and appreciation of Blackness through tap dance culture.
epitome of this tap dance community. It came from gathering. It came from holding on and holding strong. It came from joy amongst any pain.